What's up? It is the Wolf back at it again, and this time we are doing another In and Out reviews. And today's topic will be Batman the Killing Joke. Let's get into this. First, let me start off by saying Batman the Killing Joke as a comic book is one of my favorite all-time storylines for Batman ever. Joker is one of the most iconic villains DC Comics and really the comic book world has ever had, ever. So to see him have sort of like a background, and even in the comic, in the film, he admits that, hey, sometimes I remember it one way, sometimes I remember it another way. If anything, if I'm going to have a past, I want it to be multiple choice. So a very quick synopsis. Basically, the story starts off and Batman and Batgirl are chasing down a certain perp. They get said perp. Perp has a weird fascination with Batgirl. Batman don't like it. Batman and Batgirl end up hooking up on a rooftop. Bada bing, bada boom. And that was something that a lot of people had issues with. And I'm not going to sit here and say that it really bothered me that much. The building point was decent, and from what I was hearing, people were saying that it was almost like she was screwing him to become Batgirl, but that was not the case in the film at all. If anybody knows anything about the Batman animated series, we all know that Batgirl and Batman had a fling at one point when Dick Grayson left to be, I think it was when he left to be Nightwing. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I remember he was absent for a certain amount of time. Okay, so at this point, Joker has been running amok in the city for at least a good amount of time. Batman is all over his toes. Batman tries to go find him at the jail. He's not there. Barbara and Gordon are having a beautiful, like, father-daughter moment. Joker comes and ruins that, kidnaps good old Gordon, puts him through hell on planet Earth itself. I'm not going to describe exactly what happened to Barbara because it's a little graphic, and if you want to know, you can pick up the comic book or watch the film. I recommend the comic book. The comic is way better. I'm going to say it for the last time, okay? So check out the comic. He does some graphic things to Barbara, puts her father through hell, and Batman eventually finds him. Batman and Joker, Batman and Joker's encounter is more of a psychological one. They came together at this point where they told a joke, which is even visible in the comic, but I could tell by people in the theater were very confused at how it ended. But this is a joke that was even told in the comic, and the two just laughed about the situation because I think they have a mutual understanding that they're both crazy in a certain percentage. Let's move on to what I didn't really like. Like, once again, I'll say that the animation style was a little bit lackluster for me, but I'm not sure if that was the point, because how can I say this? I'm not sure if that was the point because, like I said, the unstable line art was only for Batman and Joker, and almost in a symbolic way of showing how they're both a little unstable. But as for me saying that it was a little lackluster, it just didn't bring a certain amount of intensity that I was expecting, especially being somebody who has read the Killing Joke comic. The most intense scene to me in the film itself was when he did certain things to Barbara, but I just feel like they could have did a little bit better with this one. I would recommend this film for anybody who hasn't read The Killing Joke if you just want to get a broad idea of what's going on in the storyline. And then once you watch that, you should go read the comic itself so you can see the variations in intensity I'm talking about. Once again, this is an In and Out review for Batman the Killing Joke, giving you a review in 3 minutes or less. Did you like this review? Have you seen the movie? What are some things you would change in the film? Let me know in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe, and even though the wolf's got a scat, just remember, long live the wolf pack.